hailing it as a deal to bring peace to Israelis and prosperity for Palestinians. U.S. President Donald Trump presented his long-awaited Middle East proposal at the White House alongside Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
We have an obligation to humanity to get it done.
This is an extraordinary voyage.
Trump has proposed a 4-year freeze on new Jewish settlements on Palestinian land. The plan also proposes a tunnel connecting the West Bank and Gaza and a doubling of Palestinian territory to include a capital in what it calls Al-Quds, the Arabic name for Jerusalem, where the United States would open an embassy. But in a contradictory statement, Trump declared Jerusalem Israel's capital, where a U.S. embassy already exists.
Under this vision, Jerusalem will remain Israel's undivided, very important, undivided capital.
Sites holy to Muslims, Christians, and Jews would also remain under Israel's control.
These ancient lands should not be symbols of conflict, but eternal symbols of peace.
And as expected, Trump's 80-page plan also calls for Israeli sovereignty over the Jordan Valley, that Israel's prime minister argues is necessary for security.
Israel must have sovereignty in places that enable Israel to defend itself by itself.
But absent from the White House announcement, Palestinian leaders. Discussions on Trump's Middle East proposal broke down in 2017, following the move of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv. Trump announced he sent a letter to Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas outlining a 4-year timeline for recognition and implementation of his plan.
President Abbas, I want you to know that if you choose the path to peace, America and many other countries, we will be there. We will be there to help you in so many different ways, and we will be there every step of the way.
I wanted to ask you about something.
But in an exclusive interview with Al Jazeera, Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner said what isn't helpful to the Palestinians' future is
the Palestinian Authority would rather go and complain as opposed to come to the table and negotiate, which quite frankly shows that they're not ready to have a state. If you're ready to have a state, then you don't call for days of rage.
The White House has acknowledged the dire economic conditions of Palestinians. The new plan builds on a previously announced $50 billion economic proposal, with additional grants and loans implemented over the next decade, but only if reconciliation is achieved. The timing of the White House plan announcement was overshadowed by President Trump's impeachment trial in the U.S. Senate. Still, the plan is likely to be a key talking point in Donald Trump's re-election campaign. Kimberly Halkett, Al Jazeera, the White House.